Hi guys, today I want to make a 4-leaf clover pendant. Somebody asked me to please do this in video because I already have that on my picture channel, but I am going to oblige to that. And you need about an arm span and a half of thread, but if you have nylon in the house like 0.15 or 0.2 millimeters, then I suggest you use that. I'm going to use Fireline for tutorial purposes, and I have no idea if it works because last time I made this I wanted to make sure that it was strong enough, so I used nylon for that. You need 6mm round beads. You can use pearls. I'm going to use 6mm AB Swarovskis. You will need one Monty. I got a 5mm here, but a 4mm will also be good. This is a Monty PP. It has a pointy back. That's I don't know if the P stands for that, but you can see on the inside that it has a depth to it. The flat backs do not have the depth to it. I don't know if they're still available, and they're probably very hard to get, especially since this one is vintage. But 4mm would also do. You got 4 holes on each side of this, so that's very important. You need them with 4 holes on each side. Some Monties have 2 holes on one side, 2 holes on the other side, but make sure you get one at least that has 4 holes on each side. And you need some size 11 seed beads. And I'm going to start this off with my fingers because I'm a bit lazy. I don't want to go do the needle on one side at one time and the next on the other side. So I'm going to start off with the thread, and I'm going to start off with a seed bead. And let me just try and get that out of focus. So you already know I got 6mm. I have a Monty and I got a size 11, and maybe I can zoom you in a little bit more without it going blurry. Okay, so I've got a seed bead. Gonna put on a Swarovski or a pearl or whatever you're gonna be using. You can try the bicones. I have no idea if that will work, but you know, if you got 6mm bicones, why not give it a try? Another seed bead, another Swarovski, another seed bead, and another Swarovski, and one more seed bead. And now we're gonna cross our threads in a 6mm. And if you use nylon for this, then that's much easier to do. So we're going to pull that through the middle. You got about an arm span and a half wide of thread, so it should be more than enough. And now turn it around, pick up your right thread, and add 3 seed beads on your thread. 1, 2, 3. Get them on T and go straight across to the other side. There. Now another 3. And if you got a 4mm Monty, then you might need 4 seed beads. Or I don't know, maybe 3 will also be enough. You just have to check. So you might need 4, but you'll have to go and check that out. And we're going to pick up the other thread, and we're going to add 3 seed beads there. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to push that over to the other side, right there in the middle. There. And now we're going to add another 3 seed beads on that same thread. One, 2, 3. Pull that down. I'm going to take our right thread and push this one through this 6mm right here. Just a 6mm. Be careful you don't go through the seed beads, and just hold that down and don't push it, pull it through all the way. Let's get the other one and push that in on the other side. Pull that through, and now you can pull both of them, and you got this. Okay, now let's turn that around again so that that moves upwards. Pick up the right thread, and let's put it on our needle. pick up a seed bead, a Swarovski, a seed bead, a Swarovski, and a seed bead. Now push that back in that same 6mm. So watch out that you don't go through any seed beads there. Pull that through. Now, next one, I'm going to turn that around so you can see what I'm doing. Next one, we're going to go into the seed bead and the Swarovski. Okay? And again, we're going to pick up a seed bead, a 6mm, a seed bead, and a 6mm, and a seed bead. And we're going to push that through, just through the 6mm. There. I'll turn that around again for you. Into the seed bead and the Swarovski. Now I'm going to pick up the other thread. And let me turn that around. That goes into the seed bead and the Swarovski, like that. I'm going to do the same. Seed bead, Swarovski, seed bead, Swarovski, seed bead, and that goes in there. And we're going to go into the seed bead again and the Swarovski, and now our threads are coming out of the same top round 6mm. So now I'm going to pick up a seed bead and a Swarovski with my needle on one side because I'm lazy, and I'm going to pick it up with my hands on the other side because I don't want to put my needle on there for these two. 1, 2. And now we're going to pick up another seed bead. Grab that in between your fingers, put that on your finger, and hold that tight. Go in there with your needle, and you got everything crossed in a seed bead. Okay, next thing we do is we're going to hold that tight, wrap that around your fingers, go into the 6mm, pick up 5 seed beads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go back into that 6mm, into the seed bead and the Swarovski, up the seed bead and the Swarovski, into the seed bead, so now we've gone all the way around. Add 2 seed beads to your needle and go through these 5 seed beads again. Now add 2 seed beads to your needle and go through the 3 seed beads that are in front of the mantille, go into the mantille and come out of the 3rd seed bead on the other side. Pull that through, go into the Swarovski, just the Swarovski. Be careful you don't pick up any seed beads along the way. Now we go up the seed bead into the Swarovski, into the seed bead, down the Swarovski, or up the Swarovski actually. We're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seed beads, up the Swarovski again. And now we go into the seed bead that's underneath that Swarovski and into the Swarovski. You can do them one by one. Seed bead, Swarovski, seed bead, Swarovski, seed bead, add 2 seed beads through these 5, add 2 more to your needle, go through the 3 into the Monty, and make sure you really go into the Monty, and you can always check on the back side if you did. 1, 2, 3, and now we're going down into the Swarovski on the right side, going up the seed bead and the Swarovski, into the seed bead and the Swarovski, and we're just going to leave that one right there for now. I'm going to pick up the other thread. Again, I'm going to just grab this and wrap this around my fingers. I'm going to go into the Swarovski. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back into the Swarovski. And all the way around. Seed bead, Swarovski, and that seed bead right there, and that Swarovski. And into that seed bead. Adding 2 to needle now. Going through the 5. Adding 2. Going up 3. In the Monty. And down and out 3. In the Swarovski, and now I'm on the back side. So let me turn that around into the seed bead, the Swarovski, into that middle seed bead and the Swarovski. And we're gonna turn that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Gonna go all the way around. Into the middle one. Add 2. 1, 2, go through these 5, add 2, 1, 2, go through the 3, and down the 3, if you can manage that. There, checking if I didn't, yep, got into the Monty. Okay, and now I'm going to go into the Swarovski. Up, seed bead, Swarovski, seed bead, Swarovski, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, down, around, seed bead, Swarovski, seed bead, Swarovski, seed bead, add 2, let me get that thread out of the way, adding 2, 1, 2, going through the 5, but I'm not adding another 2 when I go out of these 5. I'm going to go through 5, so that's 1 through 3, that's in front of the Montee, and the 2 that I added last time. So I'm going through 5 into the Montee, coming out of 3. Just remember you need to come out of 3 though. Okay, coming out of 3, going into the Swarovski, going up and around, going down, adding 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in again, and around again, I gotta get this one out of the way. I don't want that one to tangle up, so getting it out of the way. Seed bead, Swarovski, into the seed bead, adding 2, through the 5, and now I need 5. I need 3 in front of the Montees plus the 2 right there. And just make sure you come out of the 3 like that. Into the Swarovski. And let's leave it there. Now let's do the other one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the Swarovski. All the way around. Coming out of the middle one, adding 2, 1, 2, through the 5, and not adding 2, going into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, crossing over to the other side, into 3, and now we go into the Swarovski, the seed bead, the Swarovski, the seed bead, the Swarovski, and make sure your other thread isn't in the way. Adding another 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here, and all the way around again, and up out of the middle one, adding 2, 1, 2, into the 5, and grabbing 5 to go to the other side. And now you can come out of 5 like that. But that's only if you do the last one, okay? Okay, and now we need to sort of make it tighter, because even if you use nylon, I doubt it's very stiff. So what we need to do now is we need to go around and around, through all of them, connecting them. And you need to go around at least once before you add a loop, and you can add the loop wherever you like, but make sure you've gone around at least once, connecting all of them. So now we need to go to the other side again. We just did this one, and now I'm going to do this one. And that's number 2. We're going to go around. And I did this one down and this one, and I'm going to do that one. And this is just to tighten it up really good. Coming out of 5. Still didn't go underneath the Monty. Oh, that's nice. And now this one. And I ran out of card space again, even with a 16 gigabyte card. Okay. So basically you go around until you did all 4 sides. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this would be my last side. So, last round. There. Okay, now it doesn't feel too stiff, but that's because I used Fireline. So I'm going to go around this one more time using my other thread. And you can just go up and find where you would like to make a loop. You can do it in the middle if you want to, but I'm just going to go on the side right here. Think. Yeah, that's good. I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick up another seed bead. And I'm going to just go in there. Like what we always do is like 3 or 4 times. And you can add your jump ring on there and then use your sweat cord to go through the jump ring. You could also do this, of course, in a different color. Maybe that would be nicer. I don't know. I have an idea. Let's get this out. Let's see if that idea will work. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have no idea how many that are, but wait, I'm gonna go one more up. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to go 2. I'm going to go up 3, and now I'm going to add a seed bead going down 4, add a seed bead going down 5. I kind of like that. So, going through 2 again. Going up 3. Going in front of the one that I added through 4. And I'm going down 5. Well, of course you can just do a regular loop if you want to. And I think that if you have like a till like that, it should be right in the middle, right? But that's okay. I don't mind. I think it's cute. It's another idea anyway. Up 3 again. And 4. And down 5. And 2. And one more time. 3. And maybe we can take the other one along now. Make it a little bit more secure. 4. And 5. And up to 2. And I'm going to go in 3 when I come out, and I'm going to go into the Swarovski because that's where I want to pull my knot in when I'm done with the other thread. So, the other thread. That's just going to go around 2, so there's nothing spectacular going to happen with that. Going into the seed bead, Swarovski, up the seed bead, into the Swarovski, and now we got to go see that one comes out of that way. So I'm just going to go, I'll find my way there. I'm just going to use this to go around one more time. You might not have to do that if you use nylon, but if you use Fireline, I would suggest that you do. Make sure that you got that nice and stiff and covered. Plus your Monty is on there really well. I'm going to go in 3 first. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to pick up the seed beads that are behind that Monty. But anyway, yeah, so basically just go around and around until you feel it's like stiff enough, and then find your way to this Swarovski hole to tie your threads together and pull the knot into this Swarovski, and then just get the thread away by just going through the seed beads some more and the other thread the other side, and then cut that off, and then you have a nice little 4-leaf clover. I hope you liked it, guys. I'm gonna finish this up, and yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't in time for St. Patrick's Day, but well, there will be another St. Patrick's Day, and I think this is a good sales item for St. Patrick's Day. You can get all kinds of 6mm beads. You can use cheap beads. They don't have to be Swarovskis. But after I made this, as you can see, it's yeah, there's fingerprints all over it. So if you do them with Swarovskis, make sure you polish it up before you start selling these, because nobody will want to buy it like this. It looks horrible. So, well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.